So you've just signed up. What happens next? You should have been automatically redirected to this thank you page or one that looks very similar anyway. And this page actually explains a bit about what's going to happen next. You should also receive a welcome email that gives you your login details. So it'll have your email address, which is also your username for the website, and a link to set your password, which is a one time use link. When you click that link, you'll be taken to a screen that looks like this, where you can enter a new password and confirm it. And as long as it passes all the validation checks and it's nice and strong and everything, when you click update password, that will be your password going forwards. So you'll always log into the website using the email address you used when signing up in the checkout and whichever password you set here. When you click update, you should be taken straight to the user dashboard where you can access all the software and tools and stuff that you've paid for. So, a couple of things to check if you haven't received the welcome email and therefore don't have the password reset link and therefore can't get into the site. Firstly, did you definitely enter the email address you think you did when signing up? You'd be surprised how often people have a little typo in their email address, or maybe they've got some sort of browser autofill thing or something that populates the wrong email address and they wanted to use a different address. So if you've got multiple email accounts, just have a quick check in the other ones just to make sure it hasn't gone somewhere else. I guess if you've put a typo in the email address, that's going to be harder to identify. So you could give us a shout on the help widget in the bottom corner of the page. Get in touch with us and we'll figure out what's gone wrong and get you in. The other possibility is that it's dropped into your spam folder. So check your spam or junk mail folder because sometimes these things end up in there, making it harder to find them. And I guess one more possibility is that you actually already have an account with us if you've been a member before. In that scenario, you should still get an email, though. It'll just be a slightly different looking one telling you to log in with your existing account details instead of setting a new password. If it's been a while since you've been a member and you've just forgotten your password, you can just use the new password link on the login screen. So this is the login screen. And if you click the new password link, you'll be able to generate a new reset link from there. Okay, so you're in and you've been taken to your user dashboard, which has everything that you should need to make the most of your membership at your fingertips. You've got access to all the software and tools that we offer in this sidebar on the left. You can search the site or view site news in this top toolbar or log out. You can manage your user profile and subscriptions and payments and things like that in this profile card. And then in the main window, you have a section dedicated to getting you up and running with training courses and help and support. And in the lower panel of the main section, you'll see various regular content that we produce. So in the subsequent lessons, we're going to delve into all of these items in a bit more detail. In this top toolbar, you've got a universal search feature. So if you know that you saw a cool blog post or something on the site but can't find it right now, you can search for whatever term you like in here, and all the pages and posts and articles and things that mention that term will appear. This notification bell will have a little bouncing dot next to it if there's a news item that has been posted in the last couple of weeks. You can click it to pop out this news sidebar and view the recent articles that have been posted. Next to the notification bell is the logout button, which should be pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to click it right now because obviously I'll just have to log straight back in again to continue with this training course. That just about covers the top toolbar. On the left of the screen is the software sidebar. At the time of recording, the horse racing software is live and you'll be taken straight to it if you have a horse racing subscription and you click this button. The football currently has a placeholder page because we're working on finishing that off at the moment, and we'll absolutely keep you posted on when that's being launched. The tools button here is also a kind of a placeholder, but you can submit suggestions here on what you want to see. Basically, in the past, to be honest, we've made the mistake of spending a bunch of time adding various different things that we thought would be useful. Some of them were, and some of them weren't. So this time, we want to be absolutely sure everything on this site is essential to you guys. So we want to hear from you as to what other software and tools you're personally interested in. Could be calculators, spreadsheet templates, whatever you like, really. Just let us know by filling in this form, and we'll check these suggestions once a week and see what gets the most votes, and we'll plan them in as soon as we can. You'll see the same thing, incidentally, if you click this blurred button in the main panel of the user dashboard. Basically, here we just want to know what regular content you want to see. It could be a podcast, some kind of live workshop, whatever you think would be good, just let us know. I'm going to jump to the other side of the dashboard now and talk about the user profile card. This has your profile image, the date you joined, your sign-up email address, and one or more icons showing the active subscriptions that you have. If you want to switch from a monthly to an annual sub or something, you can click the upgrade button, which will take you to a form where you can give us a few details and we'll handle the rest for you. This button that says cancel doesn't really do anything, to be honest, and anyway, really bad things will happen if you click it, so just don't bother would be my advice. Now, obviously, if you do need to cancel for whatever reason, then hopefully you'll be back. But you can click this button, and within a few clicks, your sub will be cancelled. If we haven't already, we'll be publishing a dedicated video on that process in our knowledge base just to make sure everyone knows how to do it quickly and easily. This edit button in the top right, the pencil icon, will take you to your account page, which we'll cover in the next lesson. The account page is where you can edit the details that you see in your profile card in the user dashboard. So you can change your display name, your email address, your bio, which is just some background info about yourself if you want to add that in, just by clicking the pencil icon next to the item that you want to customize. You can set your own avatar as well. We use Gravatar for this, so when you click the edit button, you'll be taken to the Gravatar site to upload a profile picture, and once you've done that, it'll show as your profile picture on our site. It's super easy, and if you haven't got a Gravatar account already, it's free. It takes like 2 minutes to set one up and upload a picture. From this page, you can also view your payments. This is a list of all your payments that have been made as part of your subscriptions. If you've been migrated from our old site, it's possible you won't see all your payments here. We have tried to migrate everything over as much as we can, but there might just be some that failed to migrate. Don't panic. You made the payments. You're still a member. Everything's fine. What you'll also see is a list of your active and complete subscriptions on the Subscriptions tab. If you want to change your password, you can click the Change Password button to do that. Just click the button, enter a new password, and then confirm it, and click Update Password. You can also update your payment details. Now, currently our payments are handled by an external processor, and although we've integrated with their API as much as we possibly can for your transactions and also for cancelling your subscription, updating your card details is one area where you need to be redirected to that payment processor, Thrivecart, to do that, because they don't have an API endpoint for that, basically. That process will have a video of its own in our knowledge base. It's a little bit more complex. Over here on the left sidebar, there's a Courses tab, which tells you how far you've got through the training courses that we provide. And finally, there's another logout button. In the Get Started section of the user dashboard, the first couple of items, namely Welcome and Software Training, will both take you to our Courses section. The Welcome button, as you may have discovered as you're currently watching this video, takes you to our Getting Started course, and the Software Training button will take you to the more in-depth training about each bit of software that we offer. So wherever the user dashboard refers to courses, you get this little dynamic progress indicator right here on the dashboard. So for example, you can see here that I've completed this many lessons out of a total of this many in our Getting Started guide. So hopefully at this point, I know how to use my own website, which is good. It also shows you how your progress is doing as a percentage. This is quite useful because even once you've completed all the current training on the site, if we release any new lessons, the total number of lessons will increase, and obviously your completed percentage will drop a little bit. And you can easily see that there's some new training for you to look at without having to kind of check the courses page every single day. Incidentally, you can just visit the courses page to see all the training that we have on offer by going to lightspeedstats.com/courses. So if I click the software training button, I end up on the courses page, and this is now filtered by software courses. When I click a course, I get taken to the course overview page, which has a list of the lessons, and I can see which I've already completed and which are still pending. I can start a lesson, work through it, and then complete it, and it now shows as complete on the course overview. And if I look at the dashboard again, I can see that my progress has been updated. If you ever need help with anything, you can browse our knowledge base by clicking the Help button on the user dashboard. Now, at the time of recording this video, there's not much in here because the site is literally brand new. This is another thing that's going to be driven by the queries that we receive by you guys. So every time we get a question, we'll basically build a knowledge base entry and add it here. And then hopefully next time you or someone else will be able to get a really quick answer for yourself. Until this knowledge base is populated, on every page of the site, including the software, you'll find this help widget in the bottom corner. When the knowledge base is more populated, you'll actually be able to search the knowledge base from here as well. But for now, you can just send us a message. And the cool thing with this is that we can have a back and forth conversation without ever leaving this widget. So you'll see our responses in here and be able to reply again and so on. Even when the issue is resolved, you can still see your conversation history as well. So you're not just sending emails that disappear into the ether here. So this help widget is always the best place to start if you need assistance with anything. Click the roadmap button on the dashboard and you'll be taken to this page where you can see exactly what we're working on right now. This is interactive, so you can actually have your say on what we do next. There's an instructions tab which will tell you exactly how to use the roadmap, but the key things are that you can click any of these items to see the details of each task that we're working on and what we've got planned. You can then leave a comment if you have any ideas related to that item, or you want to ask anything, or you can just upvote it by clicking the heart button so we can see what the most popular ideas are and therefore what we should be working on as a priority. To upvote, you need to create an account with Infinity, which is the app the roadmap is powered by. This is just because it's the only way to make sure people only vote for things once and to kind of track the votes accurately. You'll get a message saying please log in if you click a heart and you're not logged in or you don't already have an Infinity account. You can click powered by Infinity at the top to create an account, which is free and it only takes a minute. You don't need an account though to create a comment. You can create a comment as a guest. There's also a suggestions section, so you can see what other people have recently suggested. Basically, we go through any suggestions on a regular basis, and if the suggestion's doable and it sounds like a good idea, we'll move it into the planned section of the roadmap and start thinking about getting it done. If you want to make a suggestion, you'll find a form below the roadmap panel where you can give us a few details, and as soon as you've submitted that, you should see the suggestion immediately pop into the suggestions tab in the roadmap. You might have to refresh the page to see it if you've only just submitted it.